Regino from STEM to all them, representing the House of Paris.
Shalom Aleichem. Assalamu alaikum. Have you grasped the meaning behind those words? No matter the tongue, they all simply say, peace be with you. To our esteemed panel of judges, our Lasallian educators, and the Liceo de la Salle community, in a world with over 7,000 languages, we have learned to speak in many forms. Yet, when words are lost in translation, so is trust. And when meaning is misheard, so is humanity. Amidst the noise of differences and the darkness of misunderstanding, a voice shines, bringing clarity where chaos prevails and connection where conflict exists. That voice is English, not merely a tool of communication, but a bridge for peace, a beacon for intercultural understanding. Allow me to unfold a few lessons from history. In 1956, at the height of the Cold War, Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev declared in Russian, "We will outlast you!" But to American ears it became, "We will bury you!" Sounding as a threat, it sparked fear, painting a picture of violence. It was not gunfire that built tension, but context misunderstood. Even earlier in the biblical story of the Tower of Babel, which humanity built to reach the heavens, when God confused their languages, unity collapsed, and so did their creation. It was not earthquakes that shattered the tower, but the failure to understand one another. Ladies and gentlemen, if words once held this transformative power, how can our modern nations, diverse and divided, ever achieve peace? Take the United Nations, for example. Representatives from every corner of the world, from Asia to Africa to Europe, gather under one roof, varying origins, varying tongues, but in one language they deliberate. Through English, they share visions, resolve conflicts, and establish treaties that shape the future of humanity. Intercultural understanding is not found in erasing our differences, but in embracing them through a language that allows us to connect. Liceo, our Lasallian identity, catalyst for change, exemplifies that English is far beyond an academic requirement. In the recent fight against corruption within the Philippines, our institution stood firm. Through English, they share convictions, resolve conflicts, and establish treaties that shape the future of humanity. It also strengthens our community when we speak out with purpose. The language of our social campaigns, the bridge that connects student exchange with our partners abroad, and the medium of peace forums led by the De La Salle brothers. My fellow Lasallians, for us, English is not just spoken. It is our instrument for action to continue elevating the world through faith, service, and communion in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, without a common voice, it becomes a challenge for us to learn, to understand, to empathize and to live peacefully among people of various cultures. English gives us that space to engage with the world, to share what shapes our identities, and not just to speak louder, but to be heard clearer. Therefore, let us use this tool not just to communicate, but to unify, turning diversity into conversations, conversations into understanding, and understanding into peace. Pax vobiscum. Shalom Aleichem. Assalamu alaikum. Mark this in your minds. A single phrase mistranslated can start a war, but a word understood can end one. Peace be with you. Hello.